everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Been great at defending the pass. The Panthers are top 10 in defending the pass. They'll be going up against the Vikings, who will need to solve that secondary.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Let's go. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match.
Funchess is free. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And now running right through it. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Hurry up, here we go.
On second down, here's Cutler. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Green, 39.
They run again on first down. Cook stripped. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd down following the run. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Webb to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Give him 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. Off the bootleg. Webb. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Webb. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Webb looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They run. Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. No, check, Patriot.
Again, it's Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go. Flex round.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
On 2nd down, Webb. Airing it out for Olsen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us if they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go.
Webb now from the gun. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
Hurry up, here we go. 3,
Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Kyle Rudolph doing his job and making another nice catch. Come on, it's the month of December. You knew he was going to be there, right?
I knew you were going to go there.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense...
Ryan Quigley, 5th-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
On first down, it's Webb. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Able to get there and pick it.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Cook. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking of future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
it again with Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Cutler. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Thomas Davis coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Here we go now. Good.
From the gun, it's Cutler. And he's going to go down again.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. The pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners, they gave up a lot of big plays.
This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Come on, let's go.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Webb. Webb can't escape as he goes down. Linval Joseph in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
On second down, Cook. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, Cutler. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, Webb. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. From the gun on 3rd down, Webb. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Cutler. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play there just before halftime. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run with Cook. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Cutler. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll run for it. This is Murray. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This fielded at the 2. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys. Why does Larry always do that? He just stops talking. But let's go play the third quarter. I'm psyched. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go now.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now look at 56.
Cook following the penalty. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Room to run past midfield. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. To throw on second down, here's Webb. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On the ground, it's Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They run the counter with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Cutler. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Deshaun Hall in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Webb. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 3rd down, Webb. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Here's Sherrills. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This is taken around the 12. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Webb looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.